units. Those Hydralisks are going down to the charge lots. This is why they were so devastating against Hydralisk. But look at this. We're back and forth over this little area over this Onaga Tower, guys. We both want to push out. I want to lock him in. He wants to push out. And it's just back and forth, back and forth. Who can reinforce the fastest? And it looks like my macro is actually slipping quite a bit, as you can see here. But if we look at the units tab, I'm sorry, the lost units tab, I've lost, oh man, over 1,000 minerals worth more than my opponent. And this is not enough zealots, guys. With Zerglings and Hydralisk, I need these zealots to either be hitting the Zerglings or be hitting the Hydralisk. But I need some more backup, and I realize this, and I know this position has been compromised. There is no way I can take this out. I just want to take out the Zerglings. I want to harass a little bit, but I see all these units, and it looks like I'm actually going to go for it. But this is such a bad idea. I should retreat right now. I don't think he even has an idea. Oh, he sees this pylon though, so he knows that's there. That was a big mistake, guys. I should have retreated. And actually, I don't know what happened here, but I remember that I had these 4 warp gates, and 3 of them were warp gates and 1 was a gateway. So for a time there, I was only producing 3 units at a time, and it took me almost a minute because I accidentally turned all of these into gateways again and back into warp gates. And that happened sometime where we were battling over here for the Zelnaga Tower, and that's exactly what happens. You need to be confident in the kind of builds that you do. I don't usually do a 4-gate build, so I'm really out of my element here, but I'm trying to help my friend out and doing the best job I can. But as you can see, he's reversed the tables on me, guys. This is so bad for me because I am barely producing. I am trying to get higher tech. Yes, I'm trying to get higher tech. I'm trying to go to Colossus because Colossus will obliterate. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn this off. Anyway, Colossus will obliterate these Hydralisks, but I'm just scrounging because he's actually gone ahead and gotten ahead of me in Harvester count. And he's a little bit ahead of me in minerals. But as you can see, he's also lamenting the fact that he does not have enough minerals. This creep could be extended a lot further out, so he retreats because he doesn't want to poke out there and just... He knows he's a little bit... He needs to take a little bit more macro-oriented stance. He needs to build up his army. He does not want to peek out there. Look at that. If he had stayed there, I would have totally overwhelmed him. He wants to be able to macro up a little bit. He wants to be able to reinforce this army and not lose it to a bigger army. So what I'm doing, I'm splitting a little bit of my forces here. I'm pushing out. I'm seeing, wait, there was a lot of Zergling and units outside my base. They're not here anymore. So I am pushing out, taking more offensive stance. Look at this, my Zealot's actually stuck in the back, so my opponent is actually going to retreat because he sees this as an overwhelming force, and I do not want to know what is in here. I again reverse the positions. I don't want to know what's in here. He doesn't want to know what's out there in my base. So we're just kind of taking back and forth, tug of war over the Zelnaga Watchtowers and Lost Temple. Oh man, this is so exciting, and look what we have both done. This is brilliant play, guys. My opponent has expanded, I have expanded, and we have both done it in a position that we normally wouldn't do it. So as you can see here, I'm looking for 2 things. I'm trying to harass this Overlord, take down his supply, because that is so annoying for Zerg players, guys. Keeping track of all these Overlords, you have to make so many of them, and then you have them spreading creep and all that stuff. It's so hard to keep track of them, but I also wanted to know if he had expanded down there to the gold, because that is a big deal for me. But look at this. Oh man. This is way too many units for me right now, and these 4 fields are not going to help me if there are too many units for me to deal with. He's actually gone and microed himself into my army so that more of his Hydralisks can, instead of being stuck in a wall down here, he's pushed them in so that they all can attack my units, and that is so bad. I just lost my whole army. I barely switched to Colossus. I'm trying to pump them out as fast as I can, but this whole transition from 4-gate into Robo-Bay has been too much. As you can see, my macro completely slipping up here. I'm trying to make a wall of units of Zealots to cover my Colossus, but is it gonna be in time is the real thing. My opponent has his third excuse me, his 3rd expansion up and running already. I just barely finished mine, but I am so distracted. I do not want to transfer pros, because if he's out here, he's going to know that that is out there too, and I don't believe he has vision of it yet. No, he does not, and I don't think I have vision of his yet, but I know something. Oh, actually, I've gone ahead and spotted it, so I want to take that out as soon as possible. But look at this. He's going to catch 1 Colossus of Guard, and my micro is not good enough. I barely managed to save him without taking too many hits, and these Zealots obliterated by the excuse me, the Hydralisk. But I really want to be hitting with the Colossus, the Hydralisk, and he's done the smart thing. He put his roaches up here. He retreated his Hydralisk the other way because he saw that stray Colossus. So I've lost all my support units for my Colossus. This is not looking good for me, guys, and I'm taking a risk. I know this expansion cannot wait any longer, and I'm just saying, screw it. If he sees the probes, I'm dead anyway if I don't actually start mining more, because look at the mining, guys. He's almost twice the income as me, and look at this army here. This towering army gathering at the Zelnaga watchtower. He's even got a couple roaches because I think he saw me going down there. So he's actually gone and defended his third expansion. He's gathering this massive army. I don't really have much. These Colossus are strong, but they're only strong when there are actually units down here to stop them from taking the damage. So what did I do? I say whoops, but I'm not really sure why I said whoops. I must have realized I stopped production here or something. Excuse me again. My opponent just barely, as you can see, that Overseer just saw this, so he's going in for it, and I'm actually going to try to cut him off here because I had the Zelnaga at the watchtower, and he's trying to go surround with the Zerglings for the Colossus. I've done the smart thing. I put them in the high ground where he can probably not get them. If he gets the Zelnaga watchtower, though, he can probably hit them, but he knows that these Colossus are not a threat to him. He knows that the real threat is this expansion taking fruition, and he's going to go ahead and for the snipe, and what am I doing? I should be following these, but I probably can't keep up with the micro. I'm trying to move my probes because these are essential at this point of the game. I cannot afford to lose them, but I'm going to lose this Nexus, which is never a good thing. So I figure, you know what, if he's taking my expansion, I'm going to go for his. But look at this, he's got a intercepting army right here. Split my forces. These I think at this point I just said screw it, just go for the drones. The drones are what are important here, but these roaches are knocking on my face and they're getting all over me, and oh man, I see this. I know this cannot be good because he's already got the perfect counter for Colossus, guys. Look how quickly my Colossus are gonna go down. How much damage these Corruptors do to a Colossus, especially when undefended. So I'm trying to take as many drones out here, and I know this Colossus is down, and this Colossus missed rally spot, and I don't know what I can do at this point. Hydralisk, Zerglings, Corruptors, and what do I have? I have a corrupted, I think that's what it's called, corruption, contaminated Nexus. Chrono Boost is up off the wall. I barely can keep production. Man, this is not good. I am gonna be overwhelmed. My opponent here just kind of showing off that if you bring any Colossus, you are dead. And it looks like I'm gonna GG, and I'm complaining because he didn't force me to go this build, obviously, but he wanted to practice this build, and I am obviously not very good at it. So, or I don't know. I think I'm not as confident in it with other builds. As you saw, my macro slipping up a little bit, and it just the way I handled those force fields was horrible. So if you are a Zerg player and you are seeing a 4-gate rush, this is what you want to do. Losing that queen was pretty bad, but as you can see, is not game ending. My suggestion would be make 2 queens here, guys, because and make them right back to back, possibly even before the expansion, depending on how aggressive the Protoss player is being. Because if I see those 2 queens there with just 6 Zerglings, I know I can't just push in there because I'm going to get obliterated. Especially if you retreat the queens into the mineral line, the zealots start getting stuck in the drones and everything, and it's so bad, so bad. So what you want to do is make those 2 queens, get a couple of Zerglings for defense. If he's being really aggressive, maybe put down a spine crawler or something. But you want to get those creep tumors down as fast as possible so that your queens can guard your ramp or guard right here. This spot right here is very essential if you have an expansion, because none of the gateway units are going to risk coming through here. Like if they start coming down here and you put a spine crawler right here, that's so bad, because then you can just come around and surround the whole army right here. So try to play a little bit more defensive when you see a 4-gate coming out, and just try to get enough units. You don't want to stop making workers, because that is the life of the Zerg army, is the worker count, and you really want to get the second expansion as fast as possible. But it's just, I hope this video has been useful for you guys and entertaining at the same time. I hope all my videos are entertaining as always. please check out other commentators, Husky StarCraft, HD StarCraft, to all of you watching and who have subscribed. Oh my goodness, I thank you so much. My first video actually has over 400 views already, and it's only been up 5 days. This whole channel has only been up 5 days, guys. So for me to have 400 views already on one video and over 30 subscribers, oh, it's so exciting and so motivating. I really want to keep this doing. If I can actually start making some money out of this, I can probably justify the amount of time I put into this. So just again, comment, rate, subscribe, like. If you are looking for other strategies, if you go on my channel, there is actually a playlist on the top right bar, where top right, I'm not sure, it's on the top bar, it says playlist, and they're split by series. So far I only have 2 series, Beat the Rush and Craft the Craft, but I am actually going to start coming up with more series for those of you. Someone requested to me a PVT 4 gate versus 10. I'm still working on that. I have not forgotten. Also, for all of you requesting basics, I'm actually going to go ahead and do a basics tutorial. I had thought not to do that because I know there are a lot of them on YouTube already, but I will be working on more videos. And thank you everybody for watching and for sharing, and I will see you guys next time, and have a good day. And sorry for talking so much at the end, but I had a lot of things to say because I've been gone for a while. Okay, that's enough. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.